Hey guys. Oh, wait a minute. Hi. So, it looked like it was a pretty day, you know. Wanted to get out and piddle about, maybe in the garden or whatever. And this wind. Oh my gosh. So look. Yeah. Oh, chicken stuff. But anyway, the wind is something else. So, anyway, maybe I get down here in the bottoms. It's just too windy by far. So with all this, new job or whatever I got, I feel like I sit way more than I ever did. So today, since I'm out here, and really it's so wet, you can see it's super wet from all that rain and not ice. Ooh, deer track. Got some big deer. I'm like, man, I need to start moving. I'm ready. I'm ready to get back out. Let's do stuff, But winter, right? And I am eating a lot more yummy food this year, it seems. I love bread. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting ready to make a loaf here as soon as I get back in the house for the week. And then maybe some biscuits for dinner. I don't know. But anyway, I'm walking the property. It's lots of hills, so it's good exercise. So if I start huffing and puffing, because I need it. Whew, I'm getting of that age where, things start sticking a lot better to you. Don't seem to go away as fast. So anyway, walking around the bottoms. Well, technically down there is the bottoms. That's where we like to hunt and shoot, way down there. But anyway, so this is the market garden, which is very fallow right now. Obviously, but you can see there's a lot more space to be able to, for my parents. My dad likes to grow a lot of stuff. So, anyway, I'm just figured I would just come along and chit chat. So the pantry challenge is doing pretty good. I am anyway. I did have to stop by the store. Whew, this is a heck of a hill. Friday, because the hubby was not feeling it. Had some kind of stomach thing going on there. And so I had to stop and buy, I don't know, what was it? Ginger ale, right? To settle his tummy. Because I just don't keep stuff like that in the house. I don't keep sodas. I don't buy sodas. As a general rule. So, anyway, had to do that. So, kind of cheated, I guess, a bit. But it was a necessary expense at the time. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Eating everything out of the house and cleaned out the freezers, which I'm going to show you that maybe. If I can do that. Today, kind of reorganized and regrouped on the freezers. Now that we got the new one. Trying to make sure that we use all the deer from previous years before we start using what was gotten this year. And anyway, you can see all the rolling hills around here. So yeah, I'm not far from home, literally. But it's nice to have family land, not far from home. Something happens, mom calls, dad calls, somebody, something happens, I'm right here. Take off at a sprint out the door, from one door to the other. So that works out really well. But anyway, I say that a lot, don't I? Sorry. It's like my way of changing from one subject to another, I guess. Whew, boy. I need to do this more often. Getting the heart rate up. Whew. Yeah, put on a few more. Found some pounds that somebody lost, I guess. And I don't like it. So, if I can't work in the garden, because you can see how wet it is, at least I can get to moving for a little bit. So, but other than that, as far as the pantry challenge for me, is, you know, eat what we have and try not to go, you know, go to the store, eat out. I haven't, I think the only day I ate out, let's say out, would be, because it was Tuesday we went back to work. We had a meeting. It was a lunch meeting. So there was pizza involved. But that was, you know, one of those necessary evils, right? But other than that, this week so far, and the hubby said yesterday, when he started feeling better, he felt like he wanted some Bojangles chicken and asked if I wanted it. And I was like, nope, I do not. So I heated up the red beans and rice, and that was my lunch. And then last night I took some chicken. I cooked the chicken, I think it was Monday night for dinner. One of those, the last store-bought chicken from, gosh, January of 22 was found at the very bottom of a freezer. So I took the leftovers of that. Now it's onions, carrots, a jar of chicken broth, a jar of vegetable broth, some of my herbs that I have dehydrated or dried, and made dumplings. So it was kind of like, almost like chicken and dumplings, but it was more of a soup. So it had all the good yummies in it for sickness, right? But other than that, whew, boy, this heel, you got to put the knees into it. Knees, get your knees up. Doesn't look like it, but whew. Anyway, so that's kind of what the pantry challenge is for us. It's not necessarily, you know, going through your food stocks and whatnot. It kind of is. It's just making sure I'm just not spending any extra unnecessary money. Eat from what we have, and you know, rotate, right? Rotate, because I'm getting ready to open up a jar of deer stew for our dinner today. When did I do that? Yeah, last November of what, 22. So there's just things that we need to eat up, you know. Like I said, the chicken, it's been in the freezer since January of 22. Was eaten this week. So it's just a way of, you know, clearing up things so they don't go to waste. That's pretty much what the challenge is for me. You know, try not to eat out. Eat what you got from home. You know. Whew, boy. I'm whooped. A few treks around the yard here. But that's kind of what the challenge is for me. So that's kind of where I wanted to start this video. I'm hoping to go back in once I get back inside, and I'll show you the freezers and see what we've done there. So I forgot to show you the what we call the oh shoot, what do we call it? Treehouse stand. It's an old play set, you know, for kids. It's been kind of revamped. So it's roughly what is it, 100 yards down there into the corner where the two properties meet, way down there. So that's kind of, you know, when they're not coming into the woods at the tree stand, actually down in what we call the bottoms, because this literally just goes whoosh, straight down there. But no luck down there. This is what happens. So, of course, the deer love coming here anyway when he's got his gardens in. So, it's kind of convenient. Okay, so you've been in the dining room before. I've got my, curtains and everything I made here. But anyway, over here in this corner is the original little freezer we bought in 22. We looked up on this little one. Fits perfect right here in this corner of the dining room. Now, I will say, before we started the challenge, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, he'd gotten a deer, and it was not going to fit in here, and it was first part of the week or something like that. I don't remember what happened. But he just sent it to a processor, which was crazy amount of money. Thank God, most of the time we do our own. But anyway, before we got that freezer ready and that deer in, this was slap full. So last weekend we started clearing out. So you could tell, literally there was no more room in this freezer. So we had to clear it out. So I had to reorganize everything, and things are in bags and such, but we have a lot of, bell peppers from 22 and 23, greens, collard greens from last winter, spring, shrimp. This, we usually don't have a problem with vacuum sealing, but shrimp tails will poke a hole if it is too tight. So that's what happened there, and that's on top, so we can make sure we use that first. And everything in this little thing is like partially used stuff. So other than all that shredded zucchini from 22, that's what it was. So I made sure I shredded it up and packaged it for 2-cup uses, because most recipes call for 2 cups. But also in here, I wanted to show you, we've got our chicken now way down at the bottom, so we can finish up store-bought stuff before we continue to eat our chickens. So this really did get cleared out. This was literally to the top. There was no more. We barely fit this thing of bread in here last month. But this is why, right here, look, okra from 22. There are 4 quarts of okra. So there's definitely things that need to be, eaten up. So this is exactly why we do the challenge. Of course, that's my bread flour. I keep it in here until I'm ready to open up. There's 10 pounds right there. And of course, you gotta have butter, right? Gotta have butter. And then, so this has become the chicken and what else do we put in here? I think beef. I think we got some, no, shrimp, seafood. This is the seafood and vegetable aisle. This is the seafood and vegetable aisle, along with our chickens. And then, well, I've already got my, got to get this cleaned up, but that's what I put my grow lights on for when I'm starting my seeds. So I've got it just kind of leaning here. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Hang on just a second. Put you on pause. Sorry about that. But anyway, the rest of my, dining room. And this freezer now. See, there's 1 of my gallons of tomatoes I gotta use. We've got, this is, majority is wild here. So there's Dove. We got Dove from the hunt this year. Now there are a couple of packaged pork things that I've had from a local grower, or the local well, we call it the local meat market. They have cows, and then another farmer, they have pigs, so they sell all that there. This one too. So anyway, but the rest of this is us. So I boxed it up to make it more convenient. And so the new stuff is way down at the bottom, the new deer. way down there somewhere. And the things that we need to use first are up here top. Like these are, see, tenderloins, steaks. So deer steaks up here at the top. And that was last year's deer. And then of course this is, you can see it says sausage. It just makes it easier. And this is sausage packed in 22. And you saw that video last year how I made the sausage and I packaged it. So there's 8 patties in there. So it makes roughly a pound of sausage. So there are, I think, 2 boxes of deer sausage. Oh, and then the pig. He went pig hunting last year, which I think he's planning on doing again here soon. So then we have all this is wild. So we don't have a ton of store-bought meat, honestly. Yeah, we didn't, that one pig got quite a bit of meat off of it. So, and that was the first time he had ever did a wild pig hunt. So anyway, so that, oh, and I was telling you previously, there's some garlic. So, but yeah, most of this is just, you know, there's the deer that's left of the little deer sausage balls, and you can see it's freezer burnt because of this bag. So that's got to be used up this month. I want to get that done. But that's, the dove is fine. That's a new dove. So yeah, and of course I want to get something with the tomatoes done by the end of January. So that's 1 gallon. The other gallon's in the refrigerator freezer. Ooh, uh-oh. Don't do that. Make sure everybody gets back in there. So yeah, I don't think we are hurting by not going to the grocery store. And I just wanted to show you that I did clean out the refrigerator. And this looks a lot better. And everything in here is pretty much everything we've had this week. That's grits from this morning. I did have to open up some strawberry jam this morning for my toast. And that was that chicken and dumpling soup stuff that I made yesterday. So I'll have leftovers for lunches. So yeah, and that's very little of that red beans and rice from, I think, like Tuesday or something. So yeah, everything in there got fairly clean. And we kind of regrouped a little bit in here. So things that we really want to use up first are up here. I think there is some pork sausage and, like I said, pork from that pig he shot back in February. And that's about it. So that is where we are this, I guess after this week. Everything's cleaned up. Everything's ready to just kind of use. Yeah. So that's pretty much where I'm going to leave this. That's kind of what we do, or what I'm doing for the challenge, is just using up what we have that's a little older, and things that just need to be used. Because the gardens, well, getting ready to start sitting down planting those soon. Alright guys, hope this week finds you well. And as always, many blessings. So this is my favorite part of dough making. Watching it deflate. Get that air. Shh. Did you hear that? Oh, you can't see it. Seam down. Go, baby.